All right. So basically, what you're having trouble with then is knowing if you're in a correction or trading in line with the trend, right?
Basically, yes.
In a sense, right?
Hmm.
Way I look at it is go to a clean here. So say you have higher time frame, right? Let's
Hmm.
say like let's say this is the daily.
Okay.
So you're like this.
Right.
All right. So
Hmm.
this is the daily time frame.
Hmm.
So say the major trend is going like this, down, okay?
Right.
But then we might hit an area that's to the left or something. So what we see, you're gonna see structure on lower time frames start to be bullish.
Right.
But there's a purpose. Like there's got to be a purpose for this to go bullish, right? But
Hmm.
you know that major trend is bearish.
Right.
Your say your monthly, weekly are bearish, okay?
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, your 4 hour is bullish.
Hmm.
Okay, so you know that these don't line up. They don't
Right.
line up anymore. So there's got to be a purpose or a area or a reason why price went bullish again.
Hmm.
So maybe there might be a you know fair value gap, outcome
Hmm.
candle, a
Hmm.
area of structure that got broken here that needs to retest. So
Hmm.
this starts going bullish, right?
Hmm.
And you see, you can get confused with breaks of structure like that.
Hmm.
So when price gets up to your area, a point of interest, like let's say, well, let me mute this real quick.
Okay.
So say price gets to a point of interest, right? Say you have a point of interest,
Hmm.
and it's coming up. So that area of structure, right? You want to see that get broken
Right.
as it rejects. So
Right.
if price just continues to go through your area,
Hmm.
right? That doesn't mean that all of a sudden the higher time frame is now bullish.
Right.
Maybe there's just an area higher that you didn't see to the left, or maybe liquidity above highs that
Hmm.
needs to get taken. But we're still bearish on the monthly and the weekly, right?
Hmm.
So when you see price get up to your area of interest and start to go bearish again, now you can confirm like, okay, so monthly is bearish,
Hmm.
weekly is bearish. Your daily might not be bearish yet, right?
Right.
But maybe your 15-minute might be bearish now.
Okay.
And then it goes your 1 hour might be bearish now. And then your
Hmm.
4 hour might be bearish now. And then all of a sudden your daily goes bearish now. So now
Okay.
all of these equal each other, right?
Hmm.
Same with bullishness, right? So say you got an uptrend and say this is a daily time frame or whatever,
Hmm.
right? So so obviously you get higher highs,
Hmm.
higher low, all that mess,
Yeah.
right? So these are your daily more major type of swing points,
Right.
okay? But in these corrections, right, there might be, a break of structure to the
Mm-hmm.
downside.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you want to see, you need to notice, or you need to understand, like, if higher time frame is going up and all of a sudden I start seeing, my 1 hour or my 15 minute be bearish,
Mm-hmm.
like, we don't need to change our bias like completely. Just understand that there might be an area, because there's always a purpose for something. There's always a purpose for the market to go where it's going to go, right? It's not
Right.
just it's not random. Market doesn't just go here, stop, go here, stop.
Right. Right.
There's always a something. There's always some objective
Mm-hmm.
to either capture liquidity, fill gaps,
Mm-hmm.
collect orders, um, etc. So you be watching, like, and then now say price gets to that point of interest right here, and then say on the 5 minute now,
Mm-hmm.
5 minute, you start seeing bullish price action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So now my five lines up with my daily.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see 15 minute go up. Okay. So now my
Mm-hmm.
15 minute lines up with my daily. So now I have confirmations that my higher time frame equals, you know, my lower time frame,
Mm-hmm.
or vice versa. Lower time frame equals higher time
Right.
frame, I
Yeah.
should say. That sounds better. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's something that a lot of people can get confused on, and even in even in choppy markets, I can
Mm-hmm.
even get confused on this sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because there might be an area, there might be something that looks like this, but then the market might go like this,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? So this is what we need to understand. Higher time frame is bearish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this for this to confirm bullishness, I
It
would
has to
need to
break that.
see I would need to
Right.
see this one get broken,
Correct.
not just this one.
Okay.
Because yes, the market did make a higher high here, right? And
Mm-hmm.
technically a higher low, but we didn't break that
Yeah.
major one, right?
Right.
So in that area right here is still where that swing point is.
Mm-hmm.
So anything like anything in between that, can still be a bearish market,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just the same with, like, your outcome candles. So let's say we got a bullish one
Mm-hmm.
and then bearish. All
Right.
right. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say price is bullish first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have structured. Well, this, you know, in i- on a higher time frame or whatever, this could be a break of structure. But
Right.
on a lower time frame, this could look like this right here. So it goes down, and then maybe you might see some, like, liquidity or whatever,
Yeah.
and then go like this. Well, this move right here is going to be this
Mm-hmm.
on a lower time frame, because price is fractal anyways,
Right.
right? So what you would want to see after that
Is
is
a
price,
retrace up to that.
yeah, retrace back up, and then maybe another break of structure in that area to go
Mm-hmm.
bearish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either there or the structure that got broken
Right. Yeah. The break of
previously.
play
Yeah,
first.
like that. And then, you got this big old area.
Yeah.
Price could reject here or come
Or
back
down
down
there.
to that
Exactly.
OC. So it's like that's why it's always better. And I don't do this on all my trades, but it's
Mm-hmm.
always better because price can go like this. Well, these are bad. Price can go like this,
Mm-hmm.
or price can go like this, right?
Right.
So how do we know? How do you know which one it's going to retest? Well,
Right.
if higher time frame is bullish, whoa. If higher time frame is bullish, and we finally got that break of structure here, but that now say in this area right here, your 5 minute goes bearish again,
Right.
right? So now we have this little correction on the 5 minute, 15 minute, and we don't know, right? Like we know what
Mm.
we're looking for, we know what areas we want to enter, but we don't know
Which one is the right one?
yeah, which one is the right one yet. So that's why on a lower time frame, you know, it's always better to make sure that your lower time frames equal your higher time frames, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Nah,
Because
that's kind of like as soon as you started explaining it, that's kind of what I was about to see, like if they all got to match up to just give you a super confirmation.
yeah, so you're understanding that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Yeah, I get that.
let me see.
So is that like a way you could also tell if it's correcting too? Like if of course if higher time frame is bearish, lower time frame is bullish, you can probably sort of kind of assume that it might be correcting to a certain point on that higher time frame, right?
Yeah, like we can look at Euro JPY.
All right. Yeah, cool. That's a pair I look at anyway.
So let me delete this box. So 4 hour, let me see if you can draw right quick. Yeah, you should be able to. So,
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
all right. So show me, circle on this where structure got broken.
Okay. Hold up. So structure got broken. Right. The fuck did it do it? Okay. Right there. Then again, right here. But or actually, and then right there as well.
All right. So yeah, this is the one that I was looking for right here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So let me delete these. All right. So this is the one I was looking for right here.
Mm-hmm.
So we already see that this is broken structure.
Right.
If we look at, let's say, monthly, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
here's a break of structure here,
Yeah. About to say it's definitely a breaking structure right there.
right? And we didn't break this low. So technically
Exactly.
from here, I would be bullish,
And you
right?
know what? Actually, hold up. This is a perfect example right here. So zoom back out. So like, all right. So like you just said, it didn't break that low, and this is kind of exactly how it looks because I see. Hold on, let me circle some things real quick. So I see low, I see low, um, and then this low didn't get broke, right? But then at the same time, I would be the one to be like, so I could assume bullishness because of this off rip, but then I get confused because I'm like, okay, I see this high, and then I see that. So one can think like I might like I'm not gonna say every time because I know about my breaks and structure, but like I do get to points where it's like, damn, is this in a selling trend because it didn't break this high, or am I going bullish because it didn't break the low? and as you see, it's kind of wedging a little bit before it like broke out right there.
Right. So one thing about this is
Mm-hmm.
is yeah, like this pullback right here didn't break
Mm-hmm.
this. But for me to be fully bearish, let me delete these.
It has to make the low, right?
Yeah, like I would either want to see a break of this one
Okay.
or like a complete break of this one. But if
Okay.
I know that if we get a break of this one, then at least we could probably make our way down to that one, right?
Right.
If that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Yeah, it
So
makes perfect sense.
so one thing to look at this area right here is I don't know if you read that liquidity PDF I made, but you can see right here.
Mm-hmm.
So some liquidity got taken and we broke to the upside, right?
Okay.
Broke
So that
structure
okay.
to the upside. So we have now our monthly is looking bullish, okay?
Okay. All
So
right.
weekly, now structure is starting to come into play, right? We
Right.
broke this high right here. Now we
Mm-hmm.
got a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and
And
what
then a higher
seems
high.
and yeah, and
Seems to
what
be a
seems
higher
to look
high.
like a higher high. So
Yeah.
so weekly now is looking bullish.
So then wait, before you go back to weekly real quick, like
Okay.
just because like I'm just looking like now that you confirmed that you're looking bullish, would you just like personally like I would just you would just circle that just to like circle it because you might see something right there, or or is that like not even really
It could be. It could be a
mm,
possible area.
mm.
Um, so
But more importantly the breaks the structure and confirming the structure. I see it.
right, yeah. So on both higher time frames, excuse me, we
Mm.
are bullish, right?
Right.
Daily, we look right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me delete that.
Yeah.
Daily, we see again, right? Look, higher high, higher low, higher
Mm-hmm.
high.
Mm-hmm.
But now look at what the daily is doing.
Is retesting that structure.
Yeah, it retested right here. So, but it could possibly get lower as well. But see
Right.
how it retested right here?
Mm-hmm.
Even though there was this small break of structure on the daily, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden like we're just completely bearish, right?
Right.
Higher time frame is still bullish, and to like from this swing low to this high is that whole swing. So
Mm-hmm.
I would want to see this get broken to confirm actual
Right.
bearish.
And quite frankly, you're not even at equilibrium yet if you take that low to that high. So it's
Yeah,
like, you feel me?
because this can correct all the way like here,
Down and yeah,
and
yeah,
then it would
yeah, yeah.
confuse people and thinking, okay, I'm gonna look for sells, and then all of a sudden prices go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I understand that weekly and monthly was bullish. So look on the 4 hour right here.
Okay.
Price had rejected from that area.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lower high, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, lower low, lower high, but then all of a sudden we have a
It
higher
never broke the.
low.
It never made a lower low.
Yeah, exactly. So then after that, we made a higher high. So this
Mm-hmm.
area, after I saw that break of structure, just me personally, I like to place a fib from a low to a
Right.
swing high that got
Yeah,
broken,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, of
and then
course.
I look for points of interest that price might reject from. So
Right.
there's this gap right here,
Okay.
this fair value
Inefficiency. I
gap,
see it.
this
Yeah.
inefficiency. Yep.
Yeah. And then it lines up with the optimal trade entry.
Yeah, exactly. My optimal 62.
Oh no,
But
I use the same number. I use 62, 70, and 79.
Yeah, I don't like the 60. I mean, even though 61.8 is basically 62, I just don't like, I don't know, bro. I'm kind of,
Nah, yeah, I use 62 also, but like 70 is my sweet spot.
yeah,
Like that wick probably hit my sweet spot if I was to mark that fib.
yeah. I just don't like, I'm kind of like OCD, so I don't like the point,
Got
point
you.
eight, like
Yeah.
79.6. Like,
Uh,
yeah, I just keep it simple.
I
So,
understand, bro.
so now from here, after this structure broken, circle where this correction was. Actually, let me go to the 1 hour so you can see it.
You says now what am I circling?
Just the whole corrective move.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, so yeah, broke structure. Correct, 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 correct.
Yep, exactly. So like you see how this structure got broke right here.
Mm-hmm.
But but we've already confirmed that, all right, monthly is bullish, weekly is bullish, and then we saw on the 4 hour after this structure got broken, four
Mm-hmm.
hour is bullish, right?
Okay.
So let me delete that. Wait, what? So now we have three time frames that equal each other.
Right.
Okay. So let me check the 15-minute. See, even right here. Look,
Mm-hmm.
let me check the 5. See how
Mm-hmm.
right here you could have confirmed. Like, look, like even right here, like I know that this would have came back at you,
Mm-hmm.
but even right here, like so the 1 hour was bearish right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have a point of interest that we're looking at down here.
Right.
So now look, when price broke that structure right here,
Mm-hmm.
we could have confirmed like, okay, this is getting bullish now. Little breaker situation here, little outcome
Mm-hmm.
candle here, right? So it just kind of price is kind of repetitive in its own self. So I mean, even from here to here isn't a bad trade. 30 pips.
Oh yeah, it's quick scopes for sure.
It's not, you know, I mean, 30 pips can pay you,
Shit, hell yeah, it can pay you.
but even let me check the 1 even in that area. Okay, so it looks about like the 5,
Mm,
but like right in here, like look how price is just kind of like stalling around in this area.
right.
Think of this like how could I explain it? On them old toys as a kid with like the wind up,
Yeah.
and like the more you wind it up, the longer it's gonna go,
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
like a spring type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like the more resistance you pulling on it, the farther it's gonna go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like or even like a slingshot. Like if
Right.
if I had a slingshot and I only pulled it back like here, my pebble's gonna go like this.
Right.
But if I pulled that shit back here, this shit's gonna go like this,
Yeah.
right? So
For sure.
um weird example, but I hope you understood that.
Yeah, no, I
But
get it.
but yeah, price consolidated around this area for about an hour and a half, and then
Mm-hmm.
we took off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes even like situations like this, sometimes I don't like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I don't do all the extra. Like I'll just enter, right?
Right.
Just because like the setup already looks clean in itself.
Mm-hmm.
But for other times, or maybe even like for more volatile pairs, I guess, then yeah, I'll try and like scale in a little bit. But even then, like I just kind of I like to keep my trading as simple as possible. And
Mm-hmm.
And if I see a setup that I like, and I'm gonna just take it anyways. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah, like because even if you broke it, it's like you know it's not going, it shouldn't get below a certain point. So
Yeah. And
fuck
if
it,
I take it, and if it hits stop loss, it hits stop loss, right?
right, of course,
Like
yeah.
like this shit went 84 pips in a day.
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
is really good trade to me.
Really good trade.
That's all I need for a week. I only need 50 pips,
Hmm.
you know? So if I can get, you know, a 0.50, let's say 50 pips
Hmm.
is 250.
Right.
So one of those is all right.
Hmm. Facts.
But if I get two of those a week,
That's 500.
yeah, so I'm done.
Right.
That's all I need. Like, no doubt, I want to, improve. I have a lot that I can improve, and I want to get to standard lots.
Of course. But that'll
Everybody,
come.
yeah.
There's no rush.
But yeah, exactly. I don't rush it, and I know that it will come. Just like,
Hmm.
just like when I used to be using point zero ones. I was like,
Hmm.
"Fuck, dude, when am I gonna get to a 1.0 or a 0.10?" Right? You know, it's all the
Right.
same because
Hmm.
the
Yep.
same way you make $3
Hmm.
on this lot size is the same way you make 300 on this lot size.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
You just got
all
to
the
find the
same.
move. There's no difference.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's just consistency and growth. Like
Hmm.
uh, like like you can't just go from a 0.50 to a fucking standard.
Right.
That's super over leveraging,
Right.
and it's not good because it's gonna mess your mind up.
Hmm.
But yeah, I hope that helped out a
No,
little.
that yeah, it definitely helped a lot. Like the way you just like kind of broke everything down. So I think that'll make things clearer on how to look at market structure.
Yeah,
'Cause I
cause
know
like
that's the only thing that I need. Like everything else is pretty solid.
cause like let's say you got oops, let's go that and bearish,
Hmm.
and then I'm gonna copy these. So say right here we're going down, right?
Hmm.
And let's say this is your 4 hour or something. 4 hour is
Hmm.
bearish,
Yep.
and let's say we have our point of interest right here,
Hmm.
and price hits a area.
Hmm.
Well, we need to go bullish. Like it's common sense. Like to get back up to this area, price has to go bullish at some point.
Right.
Like it's not just gonna go like this
Right.
and have like three candles that just go straight up or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like on some time frame, whether it be the 1 minute, the 5 minute, the 15, it's
Price is going to be bullish.
yeah, price has to be bullish at some point. So understand that when price gets up to that area, you need to confirm bearishness again, maybe on your your 1, your 5, or your 15 minute,
Hmm.
right? Like it always comes down basically to your lower time frame. For the most consistency that I've found, your lower
Hmm.
time frames need to equal your higher. Because if if like let's say this is bearish again here,
Hmm.
and you see some type of setup that's bullish, which this can happen. I've done it before, on peso counter trend trade, but I
Right.
also but I also understand not to not to hold this for forever. Like price isn't gonna just keep going up.
Right.
Right. I understand that, like, okay, there was this high right here. Maybe price can get back up to that high. That's where I'm getting out.
Right.
Whether it may be 20, 30, 40 pips, I'm getting out right here. Because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the market. I can't predict everything to a T. Like
Mm-hmm.
that, I just can't. It's impossible.
Right.
Right? There's always gonna be that some type of, confusion. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if there's anyone out there that says that they're never confused about anything when they look at a chart,
You capping.
they're probably wrong, right?
Right.
Because I guarantee you, there's at least one pair out there where you just look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it's gonna do, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force anything. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
just move on to a different pair. I
Right.
don't even look at a lot of pairs, and I do that on some pairs that I
Yeah.
look at. I only look at fucking six pairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
No, that's a bad. I think that definitely cleared it up because it's not something I have to like. It's not like I'm seeing it for the first time. I know what the shit looks like. It's just I didn't know which one is which. So I think I'm not now just like when I look at it and when I do my back testing, I'm gonna just like really like take a look at what each time frame is doing and whatnot. Um, but yeah, it's definitely helped out a lot. Definitely helped out a lot.
yeah, and even because there's some people that like I just showed you on that buy setup on Euro JPY.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it it got to the point of interest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like this, I think. So it got down there, and then on the 5 minute, it broke structure like this,
Mm-hmm.
went up a little bit, and then came back down.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is also one of the reasons I uh why I don't really do it that much,
Mm-hmm.
because maybe this first hit right here could be
Mm-hmm.
money,
Right.
and that's why they you know aggressively bring price back down again to then go back up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason why I don't do that. And from here to here, like, bro, that could be like 10 pips, 5 pips.
Right.
So it's like I'm not worried about that much drawdown.
Mm-hmm.
And my stop losses aren't any more than 20 pips. I never have
Right.
anything bigger than 15, 20 pips.
Yeah.
So stop would be like right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then you see that you can confirm bullishness off of that as well.
Gotcha.
Because you got to think too, like sometimes even in higher time frames, say you have an area, like say this is on the monthly,
Mm-hmm.
like this, right? Sometimes even on the monthly, I know this is looking like resistance, but on a higher time frame, like resistance on a higher time frame is going to be stronger than resistance on a 1 hour, 15
Mm-hmm.
minutes, 5 minute. It's probably going to hold up a lot more than it would on 1 minute, where you got price here and then it hits and then it goes up,
Right.
right? It's a lot quicker. Price moves a lot faster on the smaller time frames, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
No, it's a bet.
All right, bro.
I'm definitely start looking more at that. Looking at the higher time frame, seeing what's up, just so I know, and then really like look at bricks structure. And it's crazy because I think the biggest thing that you told me was like you have to wait for a certain key point to get broke. Just because a point got broke doesn't mean the full structure is broken and whatnot. I think
Yeah.
that kind of messed me up a couple of times too. So that definitely helps for sure.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you the last example of this trade I took on Bitcoin. So
Mm-hmm.
let me clean things up a little bit. So I took a trade on Bitcoin last week. It
mm-hmm.
was right here. So you see this kind of inefficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my trading view?
Yeah, you on for Bitcoin, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, not my trading view. My Telegram.
Nah, I can't see a Telegram.
Okay. All right, you see it now?
All right. Yeah.
All right, so this was the first trade right here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and this was the second one.
Okay.
All right, both profitable.
Mm-hmm.
So let me go back to trading view. All right, you can see.
Yep.
So first trade that I took, right, I marked off break of structure right here,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but you can see there's this big fair value gap, this inefficiency right in this area.
Right.
Okay. So I kind of went about 50% of that. If we go to the 1 hour,
Mm-hmm.
you tighten it up a
Yeah.
lot, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now look at this. From this point of interest, circle for me where structure got broken.
Uh, hold up. You said from that point of interest.
Yeah, from right here, show me where structure got broken. Yep, exactly. Right in that area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
so what I did, I noticed that structure right there got broken. Well, what do I
Mm-hmm.
do? What do I do? I do the same thing that I do on the higher time frames on the lower
Mm-hmm.
time frame. So that
Mm-hmm.
structure got broken, right?
Yep.
I place a fib from that high to that low. I see this kind of candle right here in this area. Boom. You can see on that chart that I just showed you on the 15-minute,
Mm-hmm.
there was my entry,
Right.
right? So that went about, I think it was like 200 pips. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first one. Now, look back at here again on the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm.
You see how structure got, it looks like it got broken to the upside, right?
Right.
But look, see, I'm in a cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like structure got broken to the upside. But look, I'm still
Yeah.
in that fib area from that low to
Yeah.
high. I noticed this right here. We have this
Mm-hmm.
drop base drop that didn't get
Mm-hmm.
tested yet.
Got
So
you.
I just marked this area up. Boom.
So that so
You
that
look
so what people think was a break of structure was more or less just a liquidity grab.
exactly. Now look from this area here. Now I didn't enter on this next area, but I identified the break of structure and this
Mm-hmm.
inefficiency around this area. So look,
Okay.
break of structure. You see this little inefficiency?
Yeah.
This would have been a very, very clean sell in line with that, right?
Right.
So, I mean, it just kind of, it like things just kind of fall in place, like on its own. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like when you're trading in the right direction, things just kind of
Mm-hmm.
fall in place.
Gotcha.
But yeah, all right, bro. So, you got any more questions for me?
No, I think we hit on everything because we definitely went over most of the issues I have just now. So I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
All right,
I'm
bro.
gonna just like I'm gonna just look everything over and see it for myself. But I think that cleared up a lot of things.
All right, bro. Guess I'll
Yep.
let you go and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, that's a bet, bro. I'll see
You
you in the
got
chat.
if you got any questions though, you can still ask me in the chat and whatnot.
Of course, most definitely. You already know that.
All right, bro. Later,
All
man.
right,
Have
bro.
a good
Enjoy your
rest of
day.
your day.
All right, you too.